Hey everybody, in this video we'll be talking about tasks and what you can do with them. So let's have a look at what you can do with using tasks. So with tasks you can create both automated and on-demand tasks, which means you can set up tasks that automatically run at predetermined intervals for regular processes, or you can opt in for manual initiation when specific immediate actions are needed, like clearing your cache or something similar. You can also specify the parameters of a task. So you can define the specifics of each task you are executing. For instance, in a task where you provision infrastructure, you can clearly outline the types of machines that you are able to use, ensuring that your code remains reusable. You can run script jobs as needed. So you can execute important script jobs on demand. This basically provides flexibility to respond quickly to new requirements or urgent situations. For instance, clearing your cache or establishing a new database. You can also manage resource-intensive jobs efficiently. This means you can schedule testing for tasks that consume a lot of resources, and you can set up builds to run at times that best suit your resource availability. This optimizes the use of your infrastructure. With tasks, you can also implement infrastructure as code practices. This means that you can start using infrastructure provisioning tasks on demand. You can set up and run these provisioning jobs right from your CICD pipeline, and this kind of enhances your infrastructure management capabilities. And last but not least, you can also track the execution history of all of the tasks that you have ran. So let's have a look at the demo. We are located on the main page of our project. Now, in order to see tasks, we just need to move into the tasks tab over here. So let's click on tasks, and now you'll be able to see some tasks that I've already set up. So tasks have various possible options that we can use, and in this case I've set up a daily dependency security scan, for instance. So this one runs every day at 1 a.m. in the morning. And I've also set up some parameters for this task. Now let's see what we can actually set up. So let's go into edit mode for this specific task. And we'll be able to see that, yeah, this task is specifically set up to perform a daily dependency security scan. Now we need to set up on which branch this actually runs and which pipeline file gets triggered. And we can also specify the parameters. So in this case, I've specified on which environment this security scan is performed on. So, and I've also specified valid options over here. And now in the last option, we can specify using the cron tab syntax how frequent this task actually runs. And with this, you can actually perform tasks on a scheduled basis. So any maintenance tasks that you're already running, you can perform them directly in your CICD tooling. Now let's go back to our tasks list and let's have a look at some other options. So as said, this one is triggered on a daily basis, but we can also perform on-demand tasks. For instance, here I have a task called provision Kubernetes cluster. In this case, this task is currently inactive because it is not performed to be scheduled on demand. So this is a task that we run on our own manually. And in this case, we've specified a few parameters for it as well. And in order to perform something, we just click on Run Now. And then we need to select which branch this will run on and a few parameters that I've set up in the task itself. So in this case, when we are provisioning a new cluster, we need to specify the server address, the server certificate where it's located, and also the pod subnet. So these are just some of the options that are needed. And then we can just run this specific task. And for all these tasks that we set up, we also need to see what's going on with them. And for this, we can actually go into the task history. So in this case, when we view a specific task, for instance, I have a health check task set up, we can go into it and see the task history. Now you can see that this one has always failed, and currently it's also in an inactive status, but I can activate it and run it on demand. So with tasks, you can perform a lot of things either on demand or scheduled, and you also can implement infrastructure as code practices. So I encourage you to try this feature out.